Hello, and welcome to another Papa Smurf adventure. A lot has happened. The road work continues. Let's get on with the adventure. We left off in our last adventure with leveling out the grade. Here, we have a grader talking to this tower right here in front of us, telling it exactly where to put that blade to level up that ground to where they want it. Technology today. Fascinating. Looking off to the west, we see they have both sides of the road leveled out. That pile in the middle is not going to matter. That's where a median is going to be at, so we'll work on that later on. They started finishing off the grade over here on the south side of the road, filling up the trucks with leftover dirt. Now looking off to the west. Wait, what is that way down there? What's those green things? Well, let's take a better look at this. Well, looky there. They're putting in concrete already. Wow, the road's coming along. So I've come down here to the end of the mobile home park at Goldfinch and Tower Terrace Road, and I'm going to step on the other side of this road sign and let's see what they're doing. They're wasting no time getting this concrete put in. As we can see here, they have part of the, that'd be the westbound lane of Tower Terrace Road laid down. Fascinating. They even have part of the eastbound road down. Boy, miss a day, miss a lot. Looking towards the east, we can see a tall road cone way down there. That's about where I live. Well, they're getting close, aren't they? Zooming in towards the west, towards the bridges, we can see they're putting it in sections. They're getting it in there. Pretty soon they'll be connected to those new bridges. Yeah, at first I thought it was a meeting of the minds, but looks like they're installing some boards. Zooming in, I can see they have put up a wood barrier in front of the storm sewer drain. We'll see what happens during this adventure. Well, now they've poured the concrete. You can see how it went around that barrier they put in there. Fascinating. Meanwhile, they're still trying to get the grade down here at the south side eastbound area of the road. It kind of looks to me like they've scraped maybe an inch or two down. Looks further down than the rest of the road. What's going on? Well, next thing I know, they have trucks pulling up. What do they need all these trucks for? They just removed all the road they need to take out. Now, come to think of it, all that rock wasn't there in the middle of the road before. And now they got this welding machine going by, and I can't see what's happening because all that rock's there. So maybe they're taking that rock and pulling over what they need to level it out, and the excess just goes in the trucks. It's the only thing I can think of. Now I overheard the guy operating that leveling machine yelling at somebody saying they have a problem. Next thing I know, they got an excavator out there and they're digging up the road. Now that they got all that rock and dirt out of the middle of the road, I can kind of see what they're doing. Boy, they have like a 2-foot drop right there. Out there done digging, I see they're taking out quite a big section of that road right there. Down quite a bit too. Now that they've stopped work for the day, I can come out here in this roadway and get a straight on shot of what they took out. Boy, they took out a lot. Kind of wet there in that one section. That's where that drain line goes across. Probably just a low area. I don't know. I'm not a technician. Maybe you can tell me. Well, let's continue on to the adventure. Looking off to the west, we see a beautiful sunset going down. And time to call it another day. They've gone home for the evening. They deserve a rest. They've been working hard. Wait, there's something in the middle of the road out there. Well, we'll continue on with the adventure. Yeah, it's the next morning. And what? All the rocks back in the middle of the road. There's a grader over there, and now they've put some boards out here. What's going on? Oh, I see. They got the crew out there putting the border around the storm drain entrance. And they have a GPS leveler right there off to the left side. Interesting. Now, if you ever come across this crew, be careful of the man that has the X on his back. He's the one that always has the big hammer. And boy, he can swing it too. Now, all of a sudden, I see this round, red circle with a line going through it. What's going on? Upon further inspection, we have a line going through that, and it's tacked in the ground right there in that middle of that circle. Looking off to the west, I see that line goes all the way down. It's connected in little dots all the way down, circles, held in the ground, keep it a straight line. Lines right up with that drainage, storm drainage area. Now remember that thing in the middle of the road I questioned? Well, here it is. What is it? Well, let's continue on with the adventure and see. Well, I don't know what they are. They have it all unstacked in their little green tubes hooked to wires. Laying on the side of the road, you can see all them little marks in the road there where they have that string tacked down. They have these little pins or something there. Taking a closer look, I can't tell you if those are plastic, metal. I know it's metal around them, but those green things, I don't know. They fill with something? Oh, I can't tell. Well, now they're telling us from that point on, there's not going to be a curb. Okay, must be for the entrance to the park. Well, I'll be hornswoggled. That's what it is, because if you go the other end near my house, it says no curb from that line heading eastbound. Now I noticed that each one of them little hash marks going across where the line goes through it, they have these piles of, what are they? Let's take a closer look. Well, they're just pieces of steel rod with a little piece welded on it. Don't know what they're for. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them at each location. I guess we'll find out in the adventure, won't we? Let's continue on. Zooming in all the way to the east end down there by where the roundabout's going. We can see they have the blockage put in around that storm sewer drain and whatever all those green things are for. Looking off to the west, you can see they have it all marked out and all the green things laid out and boards laid out. They're getting ready for something. It's the end of another work day, so I can come out here this roadway, and we can see they have that area they haven't filled in yet. Everything's set up on that left side, and they got the netting to put down for that right side, so yeah, they'll get it done. Let's continue on. It's a new day, and I see a cement truck and a machine down there, and a guy off the left side with a leveler. And boy, they are busy this morning. This is exciting. They're getting closer, and maybe I'll get the answer to what those green things are about. I zoomed in to get a closer look and see if I can see how this operates and what them green things are for, but no such luck. Hey, let that cement truck out of my way. I can kind of see what they're doing. They dumped all that concrete down there, and they're turning those green things sideways. Huh, interesting. Wonder what they're for. Now, zooming in, I got the answer to them little peg things. They got hammer drills, and they're hammering them into that hard base there, pinning those things, holding them green things to the ground. You can see the concrete's burying it back there, but what's those green things hanging off that machine right there? Can you see them right above that track wheel there on the left? What are those for? They've made it down here to Morning Dove, right at the entrance. Let's see how they do this. I can finally see what's going on the back side of this machine. There's a bunch of guys back there doing all kinds of stuff. What are they doing? Getting closer, if I can get a better shot. They got guys with a floater back there smoothing out the concrete. You got guys with shovels taking out the automatic curbing they're putting in. Wonder why they're doing that. Duh, now I remember. Papa Smurf is a little slow at times, but that's where the entrance to the park's gonna start or end or be at. They're getting that concrete dumped in around that blockage there, and boy, they have a lot of dirt packed up against that so it doesn't move. That's where that storm sewer drain's at. I can see one of those green things right there on the right end of it, just kind of barely sticking out, but it's there, whatever it's for. Hey, now, I'm going to tell the guy that has the X on his back that you got his big hammer. They're putting up boards because they have to take out that extra concrete for the entrance. Now I've stepped back so we can get a wider view of Morning Dove going out to Tower Terrace. Wow, where that curbing's cut back, they got quite a big entrance out there. And instead of coming up to this road, we gotta go down to the road? It's gonna be different. Now, my house is just off to the right there. You see the hedges. And right where that machine's at is the edge where the curbing stops. So that means the drive going out is going to cut all the way over to there. Wow. Right past that X thing there. And, that whole little hill right there in front of us is going to be gone. Interesting. Got a guy smoothing off the edge there where they took off the extra concrete. Okay, let's take a look at this picture. We got a guy off to the right using a floater, smoothing it out. And then the next guy off to the left, he's smoothing out the edge. And the guy to the left of him is removing the excess concrete. As you can see it piling up there behind him in the shovel poles. Then you got another guy that's across the way with a floater. And then you got a guy over there putting in a board, a stake. And then I don't know what that machine's dragging behind it. That don't make any sense to me. I don't know what it is, but I guess it is what it is. Then following all of them is this machine. And it rolls being pulled by the other machine, I guess, because I don't see any motor on it yet. It's moving. And it has stuff on the back of it. Yeah, we'll take a look at that in a minute. Yeah, Papa Smurf got creative with this photo. That's the same photo you saw a minute ago, but I decided to add some arrows and some wording and maybe help point some things out, but they're not so obvious, I guess. Now, getting back to that machine that's pulling behind it, you can kind of see on that far side over there near the wheel, you can see a line going off where it's pulling it from the other machine as fast as it's moving. And the left side is the floated side. Those guys just got done smoothing out all nice and smooth and pretty and everything. And on the right hand side, they got this thing that's dragging behind it and putting a texture on the road. I'm sure we don't want a absolutely smooth road, but oh well, it is what it is, I guess. Yes, I took a picture of the floated side. Looks like a blank screen to me. And then I took a picture of the textured side. You can see the grain. I think I'd much rather have the grain when I'm driving. They made it past the entrance and past that storm drain. They're continuing on down the road. Haha, the road, get it? Haha. Those two green ones, things you see laying there, got damaged before all this started because someone decided to drive out that entrance and drove over them. Well, at least they didn't use the broken ones. A close up around that blockage they put up for that storm drain. That seems like an awful thin slice in that concrete, but I guess it gives it a place to break if it has to. Yes, it's the next day, and they've started on the other side heading westbound. As you can see the machine and the concrete trucks. You can see they've got these grooves cut in this one over here. They're hard at it. The cement trucks are lined up and waiting to back up, drop their load. So as soon as one pulls out, and the other one backs up, and the other one backs up, and the other one leaves, and it's just, boy, non-stop. It's a lot of money in concrete and diesel. Yep, the machine's still running. They got those things in the ground in front. And I'm still trying to figure out what these hooks are for on the side, these green things. See them? Right there? They're just dangling there. What are they for? Yeah, they got them all marked out and use them hammer drills with them little stake pins and pin it to the ground. And taking this picture, I thought, boy, that concrete's so gray right there, and then off to the left, it's white as it can be. Is it drying that fast? I can't think concrete could dry that fast. Now I see some guy out there spraying something on that concrete. It's white. Probably some type of sealer. Wait, I see some rebarb or something hanging off the side of that concrete. Where'd that come from? Now, I've been watching DOT, and they get the paperwork from every truck that comes in, saying what load it is, how it was mixed, They take a sample of each and every load, and they tag it with what truck it came from, all the information from that truck. And so they know if anything goes wrong with that part of the road, they can tell exactly why. They're on top of it. Now, I took this picture trying to figure out why the curb ended there. And I looked down and saw those green things hanging out of there. Is that what's hanging off the side of that machine? It just drops them in the concrete as it goes by, because there's like a little lip right there. They're angled. Are they going to straighten those out to connect them with the other road? Or when they put it in? I don't know. But now at least I know what those green things were hanging on the side of that machine, and I'm actually lays them in the concrete. Fascinating. Here I'm standing on the north side of the road looking south. This is where they put in that storm drain, remember, way back when? And that's the south side and the north side. This is the main drain on this side, but this side, put that picture out there for you. Now it's the end of the day of them laying down that part of the road on the right hand side there. And if you look on the left side, you can see those green things buried in that too. It must be to connect the other piece of road they're going to put in. I guess we'll see. I'll ask them when I see them next time. As the sun sinks slowly off to the west, we're looking off to the west. They got a lane put in on each side. I'm pretty much standing where the median's going to be. You can see that separation there, so except for they'll have a turn lane in for the mobile home park where I'm standing. Well, I sure hope you all had fun with this adventure. I sure learned a thing or three. Gonna learn some more on the next one. So join me next time, will ya? Till then, love you all. Bye.